it's Sabrina. So today we are going to do our first episode of FIRE. So for those who don't know what FIRE is, it's Financial Independence Retire Early. So before I even knew about FIRE, I knew that I wanted to save as much money as I could and go and live in places like Tanzania, Zimbabwe, where the cost of living is very low, like less than $300 a month, and be able to support me and my child and my soon to be in the next couple years adoptive child, and just live carefree without having to worry about work or getting up early or taking the kids to school. I wanted to homeschool them. So I was just going to save money in my savings account and then live off of that for as long as I could. I didn't know about retiring and investing and all of those type of things until recently. So now I have what I would call solid plan for the next 5 to 6 years so that I'm able to retire by the age of 36. So I wanted to share my plans and my journey with you so that I could update you on a weekly basis on how I'm doing, because I change my mind and my plans a lot, but they always get better and more conducive to what I want in the future and what feels comfortable to me at that moment. So I want everybody to know that setting a plan doesn't mean that you're a failure if you don't stick to it, because throughout these weeks I will show you that it will change a lot. And I wanted to start out with how I'm feeling and what's going to make me comfortable currently. So we are actually moving back to California in a month and a half. So we just found this out today and we are so excited. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I am starting my surrogacy very soon. So I wanted to break down what I will be doing for a job in the next 5 to 6 years, jobs, plural, and how I'm going to fit those jobs into my daily schedule. So there are 3 main jobs that are going to be in my daily life, I guess. So the morning is going to start out with teaching English online. So I've been doing that for 4 or 5 years now, and it's very simple. I've found a company that works very well with me and my style of teaching, and so I'm going to do that for 5 hours every morning from Monday to Friday, and then on Saturday and Sunday I'm going to do 10 hours every morning. So that's going to be a total of 45 hours a week. And then I'm going to do Instacart with F.I.R.E. So not only Instacart, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Postmates, things like that. And I'm going to take her with me, and she's going to get 5% of all of the money that we make, and that's going to go into her custodial account for her stocks, her investing. And then the final one is something that I'm not 100% sure about yet, but I am really looking into this professor position at a junior college close to where I'm going to live in California, and it is the perfect position for me. Like, I'm waiting for a response right now, and the requirement is a bachelor's degree in teaching English as a second language. I have a master's degree in teaching English as a second language, along with 2 certificates in teaching English as a second language, and 5 years of experience in the classroom and online with students that are adults and children. So I fit this position to a T. So I'm praying, please pray with me, that I get this position, because the range of pay is from $60 an hour to $90 an hour, and it's a part-time professor position. And because my credentials are so high on what they're looking for, I'm hoping to get more toward the at least 75, 80 bracket of that per hour range. So those are the 3 main positions that I'm going to be having during the next 6 years. And so I've broken that down into hours and money per hours. So the Instacart and all the delivery services, we're doing 27 hours total. So that's going to be 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and then 6 hours a day on Saturday and Sunday. And so that's 27 hours total and $20 per hour on average. So that would be $540 a week. So then with teaching online, that's 45 hours with $12 an hour on average again. So that would be $900 a week. And then finally, the professor position, I put 20 hours. I have no idea how many hours that I would get, but I'm averaging 20 hours a week. And then I put $75 an hour for that, so that'd be $1,500 a week. So we're looking at, with that, about $152,880 a year. $152,880 a year. So that's the working portion of the money that I'm going to get. So let's get down into the surrogacy portion of the money that I'm going to get in the next 6 years. So I plan to do 4 surrogacies. Granted, I get that like things happen or whatever, but I'm starting my first surrogacy and I'm already well into the process. So right now, planning on a positive note for 4 surrogacies. So the first one will be around $60,000 total, and that's only because I'm having twins for the first surrogacy. So typically it would be around $55 total for the first one, but I'm getting an extra $5,000 for the twins. So that's $60 for the first one, and then it jumps up about $10,000 each time. So $65 for the second one, $65,000 for the third one, $75,000, and not many people do a fourth one, so I just put $75,000 for the fourth one, the same as the third one. So that total comes to $275,000 for all 4 surrogacies. And that is non-taxable money because you're getting paid, basically how they word it is like you're getting paid for your pain and suffering. So you're not getting paid as a salary. So that's untaxable. So when we add all of those things together, it comes to $1,192,280 total. Over $1 million, almost $1,200,000. So, but with that, I take the part that is taxable, which is the $152,000 a year from the 3 jobs that we talked about in the beginning, and times that by six years. And then I also times that by 80% because of taxes that will be withheld from that. And so that comes to $733,000 total for the 6 years after taking out 20% of that. And then add that to the surrogacy money, it comes to $1,008,000. So then, of course, like, we're not gonna have the $1,008,000, right? Because we gotta pay for things. So let's talk about the things. So my cost of living is going to be about $2,000 a month, and I break that down into rent, which is $1,100 a month, utilities $200 a month, and food $200 a month, and then I give other $500 a month. So that would be the classes F.I.R.E takes online, or gas, or activities that we do, anything like that, right? So that comes to $144,000 for the entire 6 years. So let's subtract that from the total $1,008,000, and we get, I subtracted $50,000 for the entire 6 years, just based off of things like travel, the adoption expenses, car repairs, or other things like that. So I subtracted another $50,000 for that. So we come down to a total of $814,000 for 6 years of hardcore working and 4 surrogacies, of course. So I am hoping to get close to that $800,000 in order to retire comfortably. So if we go back to the 4% rule that we talked about in a previous YouTube video, so 800,000 times 0.04, so that's $32,000 a month divided by 12, and so you get $2,666 per month if you do the 4% rule. But we're gonna be living in places like Zimbabwe, Tanzania. We don't need almost $3,000. So I would do a 2% rule in order for those other 2% to continue growing in my portfolio. So let's go ahead and do 800,000 times 2%, so that's 16,000 divided by 12. So I would get $1,333 per month for living expenses or anything that we need throughout that year or that month actually. But yes, so I am hoping to have $800,000 by the end of these 6 years so that I can provide for my family without having to work and officially retire. I am so excited to share this journey with you, and this just gives me like such happiness and excitement to talk about it, because I know that I can make it happen. And when I put my mind to something, you can ask my best friend Nikki. When I put my mind to something, there's no stopping me. So we actually already put in our buyout for our lease here in Mississippi. So our last day here is November 30th, and then we are going back to California. That is when I am going to start teaching and doing Instacart, Uber Eats, all the delivery services. And I will also be talking with the junior college to make sure that I get that job there as well. And I will definitely bring you along with me on this journey. So I will talk to you guys soon, and stay tuned to the next episode tomorrow. Bye.